All right, guys. Joe Benny back on his channel. Joe Benny. And why don't we talk about some new stimulus news? Let's get to it. All right, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, share, and comment. Hopefully you'll like this video. I do several different videos on different topics. So just look at some of my videos and check it out. All right, so let's get into this stimulus check. Second stimulus check. And this time, the president, that's President Trump, may actually get involved in this. So we're going to go to my screen in a little while, and we'll go through a couple of articles, and hopefully people will get a stimulus check before Christmas. Let's go to my screen. All right, guys. There I am on my screen. Joe Benny Achieve Greatness. And if you want, you could subscribe. Let's get that algorithm to work for me. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about stimulus. So, as everybody knows, we got stimulus checks several months ago. Back, 3 or 4 months ago, we had a $1,200 stimulus check. So, all of a sudden, we had an election, and we had what I'm getting from this election is that the Democrats got a little bit nervous with what's going on with the House races and even in the Senate. They have lost some seats in the House, and they may have not gained any seats in the Senate. And I think they're getting some backlash for not passing a stimulus check before the election. So now, I think the pressure now is for a stimulus check to be passed. And the only person who could sign off a stimulus check is the president, President Trump. Now, we'll start with President-elect Joe Biden. He says that a $1,200 stimulus check may still be in play when it comes to this COVID relief package that is currently being talked about at Capitol Hill. The $908 billion relief plan is what Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and Mitch McConnell are talking about. But this plan does not currently have stimulus checks in it. Now, Mitch McConnell wants to pass a smaller relief bill, which is not going to pass. So I'm not even going to mention that $600 billion plan. I'm going to stick to this $908 billion plan, but it has no stimulus checks in it. Now, here's the thing: when they were talking about this whole $908 billion relief plan, a Senator Hawley, spoke to the president and told him to veto any stimulus bill with no second check. So, for example, here, Senator Josh Hawley, all right, he reached out to the president, and right from Politico, here it says, barring some new development, the most interesting wrinkle on the stimulus front comes from an unexpected source, a Senate Republican who wants to spend a lot more money, as Politico reports. Senator Josh Hawley is not happy with the leading coronavirus proposals lacking another round of direct payments to Americans, and he's taken his case straight to President Donald Trump. The Missouri Republican lobbied Trump to veto any coronavirus aid bill that does not contain a second tranche of checks to Americans in a phone call on Saturday. And Hawley said that the president listened intently as he flew home on Air Force One from a rally in Georgia. So, Senator Hawley reached out to the president. So, did anything happen? Well, we look on Politico again, and what do we see? Trump backs new stimulus checks amid Hawley's push. And like Hawley said, I'd be surprised if he didn't support $1,200 for individuals and $2,400 for couples. Right? Okay, so the president is starting to get involved again in these stimulus talks. Even though he's only got, 40 days left possibly, he's going to get involved in stimulus checks. Now, the Washington Post has this article. White House pushes Senate GOP to include $600 stimulus payment in relief package. So, the president is pushing for checks, or shall we say the White House is pushing for checks. But will it be $600 or will it be $1,200? And this is the point. He's trying to push something, whether it's $600 or $1,200, in a check form. And that's very important. Now, Mitch McConnell, he wants to see those provisions for helping the states and these liability issues with workers suing corporations. He wants that not to be involved in this round of stimulus. He wants that to be involved maybe come January when President-elect Joe Biden becomes president. So maybe you get some of that liability stuff out of the way, or less help for the states itself, and you add in to stimulus checks to help the American people. So, I think that basically what it comes down to is, even if the president, even though the president is leaving, this tends to look good for his administration, the White House, and Republicans, simply for the fact that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer couldn't get it done before the election. And don't forget, there was that plan that Mnuchin and the White House offered to Schumer and Pelosi that was around $1.5 trillion. So it ended up, this package is less than that $1.5 trillion that was offered just several weeks before the election. So, what do I think is going to happen? I actually think we're going to get stimulus before Christmas. Now, are we getting the stimulus checks? Or shall we say, are we going to get the $1,200 in stimulus checks? Or the $1,200 stimulus checks? That may not happen. But I think $600 can happen. And I think a stimulus package will happen before the new year. And then the new year comes. President Biden is sworn in. And we may see a bigger stimulus package. You would think. Now, this actually all depends also on the fact that you have the Georgia races between the two Senate members. If the Republicans win those two Senate races, and we know the House has lost some seats on the Democrat side, the Republicans might still have leverage and may still look to control the situation next year when President Joe Biden is officially sworn in. So that's what it comes down to. So, guys, I just wanted to do a quick update. 900 to a $1 trillion package will probably be passed before the new year. And I think there's a very good possibility that you will have a stimulus checks between $600 and $1,200. I think they have to do it. I think there's pressure on the Democrats to do it. Because if they don't get it done this year, even if they get it done next year, I think the people won't forget what happened before the election. All right, guys? So, at this point, I'm going to end it here. Hopefully you guys like this small little update. And I'm hoping you're liking everything that's going on in my channel. And thank you for support. And, of course, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let that algorithm work for me. And it's time for me to say goodbye. So, goodbye. I'll see you guys later.